The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow up 175, Nasdaq's up 52, S&P's up 19. We have gold up $1.60 at 1,069. Silver just hit the $14 level here, $14 and a penny, trying to get back inside that level. Copper is up 6.5 pennies at 214. Bonds, the 10 is down 9 ticks. The 30 is off a full point, and good old King Dollar's up 290 ticks at 98.24. Doesn't take much to flip it around and come up a couple $100, huh?
There's some volatility, that's for sure.
Man, it's a trip. There's no doubt,
whether it's holiday trading or not, right?
Yeah, well, and particularly at the close last night, the NDX 100, went from like about 15 down to like 4 up.
Okay.
Just like that. And I saw that coming. I said, oh, this is going to be interesting to see how this shakes out in the morning. Inside, now this is what's going to be pretty wild here when we look at this. This is what, when we go back and we look at last week before Christmas, when the Dow was firing up, we got that little blurb on the way up.
Could you bring that over for everybody as you point to the screen that they can see it?
We'll take this up. Okay, so if we take a look at the Dow, when the Dow got this nice little blurb up coming off this bottom, let's see, on the 21st, you're at 17,100.
Sure.
Then we got the 17,450, 17,600.
You say little blurb at 600 point.
You're huge, yeah, right. Well, inside of that, it was the same stocks outside of not Boeing. Boeing wasn't on it, but DuPont was on it. That's the dead, because if you look at some of these stocks, United Technologies was, Walmart was another one that was moving. I believe Walmart's going to be number 4 or 5. So what it is that it's the stocks that have done the worst in the Dow. I suspect it looks like people are buying them right now, saying, okay, you have that dogs of the Dow feature. What people do is that the worst stocks in the Dow in 1 year, people turn around and buy them the next year thinking that, okay, their probability is better that they're going to go, but it looks like they're buying them early right now.
Okay. Okay.
And it is interesting what one of the tigers is saying in the den. The IWM is struggling. And this is, what you have with the IWM folks, the other indices are all at the highs, but the IWM is off this high quite a bit. We have 126 looks like the high in the IWM. We're at 115. What is unusual out here today is that you have copper catching a nice bid, 6 pennies. They're not killing gold. They're not killing silver, and the dollar is up good. It had been up a lot better. And normally, if the dollar goes up, the commodities are not going to go up. Some of the higher volume stocks that we have out here, and what I do expect you're going to see is another low volume day, but we'll see how that shakes out at the end of the day.
Yeah, low volume doesn't mean low volatility.
No, not at all. Not even. In fact, it seems like the lower the volume, the quicker that they can move the S&Ps.
It goes both ways.
Yeah.
When huge volume comes in, they can move it big ways too. Just as you look at, it goes both ways.
If we go take a look at overseas. What we have overseas is this. Last night in Asia, now the Shanghai had been down 2.5% the night before. It bounced 0.8% last night. When you take a look at the European markets, we have the DAX up 1.6. The CAT in France is 1.6. The FTSE is 0.5. So the FTSE is lagging right now. In all those cases, though, what you still have is that they're definitely still at lower lows. Some of the rest of the Dow stocks, I don't believe there's a Dow stock right now that's negative, I think. Let's just see. Yeah, they're all positive.
Yeah.
Every Dow stock is positive right now. So the market has, let's see, if we put up the S&P, we put up the cash S&P, just to see what this number is for the whole year. We'll get close to it. Let me see. There's January 2nd. There's December 31st. So we closed on December 31st at 2058. So right now we're at 2073. January 2nd.
2058 to 2073, just to make it as easy.
Right. And look at that, the high of that day. So we're going back to December 31st of last year, folks. The high of that day was 2085. The low is 2057. You close at 2058, and right now we're at 2073,
right?
Right
Next to it, for sure.
Yeah. So it'd be wild to see if, in fact, they can squeak out a small gain for the year. Silver, silver needs help, man. It's got back inside the $14, but it needs more help than 16,000 contracts getting back inside there. The dollar index. Now what you have with the dollar index, this is only 9,000 contracts, which is very thin volume. There's no doubt, we're going against 29,000. So the dollar index absolutely could be setting up an ABC structure on the way down to go after lower price. All these currency moves, man, are going to be just amazing watching this thing shake out in 2016. Bonds, even with our 10-year down, it doesn't look like Canada. I wonder if Canada's open today. Because it'd be unusual that if you're looking at the screen we're looking at, folks, we're down 10 ticks on the 10. Canada's saying it's up 3 ticks. It's not flashing, though.
Yeah.
So we're still that's still a high interest rate compared to the rest of the world.
It is, for sure. You just look at those numbers, for sure.
Percentage-wise, it's huge, right? I mean, if you're running money, percentage-wise,
it's a big number, for sure.
There's no doubt, man. Big numbers. If we go take natural gas. UNG. Let's go to the UNG first. Natural gas is on a little run here. So UNG, this is the ETF for the natural gas fund. That's up 42 cents, 884, and she's coming right into, I think it's 895. I think that's the benchmark. Yeah, 895. So the benchmark that we're talking about, folks, is November 20th. That's the last time you had some big juice on the way down. You had a big day out here yesterday. You had 4 million shares. You did 33 million shares yesterday. Let's see, I don't think the numbers come out till Wednesday, right? Natural gas. NGF6. Look at that move, huh?
Oh, it's big, for sure. That bucks the trend.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
168. Now, we've hit 236 this morning. That's a big move.
For sure.
What, 32? Yeah. 36, that's 68 cents.
Yeah, I mean, it's up 50% almost off its bottoms.
Yeah, that's $6,800.
Yeah.
We'll see when we get a retracement. So weather-wise, I think the weather's going to just keep getting colder right now, right? Going into the northeast.
I think across everywhere. We're going to get some cool weather ourselves coming into the weekend.
Right.
Yeah.
After New Year's, though. I guess the day of New Year's,
coming into the weekend, right?
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, more so than New Year's Eve being Thursday. But yeah.
And cool weather for us is going to be 60, though, right? I think.
Overnight, I think it might get colder than that, but not northeast temperatures.
Yeah. Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. It got cold. It got cold in Boston pretty quick.
Yeah, it did. They're looking at, like, did they get flurries yesterday, or was that New York?
I was listening to they had the CEO on of he runs it. They had him at Pikes Peak in Massachusetts.
I saw that.
Did you see
today.
that?
Yeah. I was getting dressed and I was doing other stuff as was happening, but I
that
started
poor
talking
guy,
about
man.
it. Yeah.
And
the other side of it, I was looking is he was just explaining that. They do. Did you hear him talk about they do 20 to 25% of their business around Christmas? And
I did.
Yeah.
That was a big number.
And that he said even his regulars, even the reliables, that they had asked him, how are you seeing whether people who either just make their reservations and they go, or is it the people who say, we got to go next weekend because there's going to be great powder, there's going to be a great storm? And he said even the regulars right now aren't coming because it's just that bad.
Right.
And then he said that 20 to 25% of their revenue comes over Christmas. It's like, well, that's probably non-existent.
That's intense.
Non-existent.
You lose it.
Yeah.
It's a commodity.
And so it's like, man, it has to be tough to be in this position, but the other side of it is like, what do you do to manage that as the CEO of
Right.
I mean, the only thing you can do is literally diversify into different areas because you can't make money when there's no snow. And they make their snow, but they can't even produce it because it's so warm. That's what he also said, is they relied heavily on making their own snow.
Sure.
They just need the temperatures to be able to do it.
Right.
They don't even need the snow.
And so what they did is that they opened up their spring.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Oh, that's what he said.
Okay.
But that still didn't help him.
Of course.
Because
he can't compete with how much money they take in.
He had said that many people canceled.
Right.
They had canceled their reservations.
Right.
Wasn't that a big number, though, that 25 to 20, 20 to 25%?
I would believe that, though, because when I was thinking about the Christmas time alone, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Family vacations.
So we always went
you know
out
how
the day
much
after
money
Christmas.
you can spend on a family vacation.
If we didn't go skiing, we went to Florida, right?
You think, young guys in their 20s to 30s, young girls, whatever, young people that go up for a quick weekend or something, do a day trip, do a one-night hotel.
Right.
That's not the same type of revenue as like families and groups going for a 7-day blast of a time where you're eating out every day, you're going to their restaurants every day. Right. You're putting your kids in their classes, you're doing all that. The margins must be extremely high as well when you're dealing with those types of, where they're spending money in the restaurant, they're spending money everywhere instead of just a lift ticket.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. It's pretty intense.
It is.
Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Right now, folks, the Dow's up 167. You get the NASDAQ up 49. S&Ps are up 18. Gold's trading at 1,069. Come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow up 162, NASDAQ up 49, S&Ps are up 18. And check this story out. This is, you know, I mean, I know this happens and it happens a lot, but this is pretty wild. So, Gilead, thank you. What this story is about, folks, is that it's about drug prices in the U.S. and other countries and the differential. And the differential in this particular case is pretty amazing. Now, Gilead has this new drug that is they're saying it's a superstar drug because what it does is this, folks, is that, let's see, outsiders don't want let's see.
It's a hepatitis C drug,
it's a hepatitis C drug, and what it does is that it sells in the U.S. at $1,000 a pill, and it, according to this article and other articles, it's really a miracle drug because what ends up happening, if you get hepatitis C, then you can have liver problems and a lot of different things. So within 3 months, you basically get rid of, well, I don't know if you can ever get rid of hepatitis C, but you get better.
Yes.
And what has happened is that in India, they have a large problem with hepatitis. And in India right now, the cost is dropping to $4.29 a pill.
And just to go over that in the U.S. right now, it retails for $1,000 a pill.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
so what?
Just to explain it further, they licensed 11 companies to make it in India. So it talks about, you know, if people are reading it to go along with. That's why. Because they licensed 11 companies to make generic versions, which of course is not happening in the U.S. because they can probably just charge that.
They can charge that. So the way it works is that $84,000. It's a 12-week regimen. Okay, so
in the U.S.
In the U.S., $84,000. And you know the thing that when I was reading this, I'm saying to myself, well, you know, even if you didn't have insurance, the way to do it is, you know, you get $700 and you take a plane to India. Right? I mean, that's so whacked out. It's like I was even thinking. I mean, I suspect people are going to India, buying these pills, and bringing them back.
Yeah, I mean, dozens of state Medicaid plans, limited access to the drug as a result of the cost. So there was a real deal there for sure.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
You know that you know, I've seen differentials. I don't think I've ever seen a differential that is that dramatic.
Yeah, and maybe at the end of the article, I think it just talked about that they talk about that in summary of that they go overseas and offer these same products for much cheaper because of course the money in the healthcare industry probably isn't overseas, right?
Well, and what happened, what's in this, there's no doubt that, you know, people dying, you got to take care of them. And so what it had inside this article is that I guess when the AIDS drugs came out.
So yeah, just this is the article I was talking about. Like others in the industry, the company arranges to make life-saving cures available in some parts of the world for far less.
Right.
So that's where, you know, it's just different pricing structures probably for different economies. But when you consider that you have people in the U.S. that just get priced out, that's, what is up with that, right?
It's pretty amazing.
It is. I mean, you can only argue job creation for so many things. You want to talk about the value of regulation? there's the value of regulation. When people say, what does the government ever do that's good? I mean, that's something that needs some regulation, because when profit's all that matters, there's certain industries that need some regulation, because you know, the pursuit of the almighty dollar doesn't solve all the problems when it comes to things like access to life-saving drugs.
Right. There's no doubt. And it's going to be wild. I mean, I suspect that other people knew this before here, but when it's so glaring, it's like, you got to be kidding me, man. You know, $4.50 to $1,000.
Right. And it has to do with, I think, just licensing generics more than them selling the same pill.
Yeah, well, you know what? It always seems that if there's a third-party billing, that's where the most amount of money can be made. And the third-party bill in the United States, of course, ends up being the insurance companies, ends up being Medicare. That is not you and me. Right. If there's true competition, the thing that is really wild, and it seems to happen quite a bit inside the bureaucracies, meaning the big medical business, the big government business, is that they never really get to the cause. And the cause is not, everyone says they want competition, but they really don't want competition, even in the big companies, you know?
You're being very general. Listen, I don't know. You're just speaking. I don't know what.
At the beginning of you know, Obamacare, okay, all the you know the hospitals and saying, oh, this is going to be terrible. This is, you look at all those stocks. The stocks went to the moon because bottom line is that more third-party billing.
Sure.
You know?
Sure.
You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Dow right now is up 165. You get the Nasdaq up 52. S&Ps are up 19. And gold is still, it's just about flat, with the dollar up 305 ticks. We're going to be right back.
It's true. Life is all about choices. At Everbank, they're making it easy for you to make a smart one with this special cash offer. Open a new yield pledge money market account with funds from another financial institution, or deposit new funds into an existing yield pledge money market account, and you could earn up to a $500 cash reward. And if you're opening a new account, you'll also get their new higher 6-month bonus interest rate, along with their yield pledge promise that ensures your yield will always be in the top 5% of competitive accounts at banks nationwide. Open a new account or add to one. It's your choice. To qualify, you must meet balance and other limited time offer requirements. Go to everbank.com/TFNN for details and deposit options, or speak with one of their banking specialists at 1-855-750-4051 for more information. You must act by December 31st, 2015 to be eligible. Everbank is a member FDIC.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN has just announced a brand new morning lineup that is geared specifically for traders in this volatile traders market. Every morning at 8 a.m., John Logan starts things off with his daily program, The Global Market Pulse. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento trades the market during the market open Monday through Friday on Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom O'Brien hosts the Money Masters for the hour, and Basil Chapman hosts his Tiger Technicians Hour at 11 a.m. From 8 a.m. till noon every market day, these traders are with you as they provide up-to-the-second market information so that you can make the most educated and profitable trades possible. The new TFNN morning lineup is happening right now. Tune in to see for yourself what kind of actionable trading discussion they have each morning, Monday through Friday, starting at 8 a.m., live only on Tiger TV at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We get Big Blue is up $1.88. You get United Technologies up 132. Coke's up 15. Oxy is up 14. If we go over and we take a look at, let's see what this oil market's doing. So, oil out here this morning's trading at 37.69 CO. Gave it up yesterday, and it's pulling them right back today. So, you know, yesterday we went from 38.09 to 36.60. Today the low's 36.66, and we're at 37.70. We've hit 37.85. Going to be interesting to see if next week this thing goes after these lows at 35 level. Exxon Mobil, we take a look at Exxon. It's up 42 cents. Chevron is up $1. Hasn't been able to hold higher price though. Oh, you know what's wild is that these what do you call these hoverboards, right?
Sure.
Did you see Olivia's hoverboard?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, so we got Olivia a hoverboard, folks. Okay, and so she's 12, right? And the thing that's amazing, what I'd really like to find out is this. The Segway, the guy from New Hampshire, so the guy from New Hampshire, he's like a genius. Dean, I'm not quite sure of his last name. I forget his last name. But he's the guy that made Segway.
Okay.
And he worked on that forever. And what I'm wondering is that, you know, the way the Segway, it works the same way, except that the Segway has a big...
Do you know they have like a huge lawsuits going on as to who gets the hoverboard?
Oh, do they?
Oh, yeah, with Segway involved.
That would make sense because what I was looking at, because all of this is, folks.
You just got to just Google it afterwards. You'll see.
The thing that's amazing is this, is that the board works beyond belief. I mean, it's
cool.
just an amazing thing.
It's a Segway without a handle.
I know.
Right.
And it's like he did all that work, and then he thought, you know, he sold them to the post office, but it never got a huge amount of traction, where he thought it was going to get, right? And this thing got so much traction, it's unbelievable. Yeah. And if you do not, you know, if you're going to buy one for yourself or your kids, read those reviews, because what has happened is that the mantra with the fires has to do with the lithium battery, and you can buy one that has the correct lithium battery, that has a fireproof lithium battery. That's what it comes down to. And they're about $500. There's a lot of Segways that are like $250, $300. And I don't know if all of them have that. But the difference is when you're reading, just like when we buy anything safe here, as you go down, you want to make sure you read that.
Sure.
But that's really wild, man, because I was thinking about that, saying, man, that is...
No, I believe it's the Segway company, and then it's another company.
It would make sense, man, because I was thinking all those patents.
The rights, yeah.
It's amazing how it works, man.
Yeah.
It just blows my mind. I mean...
Everything's amazing. I know, man. No, it's cool technology. But the reason why I'm, like, laughing is because it's kind of been around. It's amazing how it works. You know, it's a hoverboard with and it's just, you know.
Except that it's just wheels. You can put it in your car. I mean, you can't put a Segway in your car. Do you know what I'm saying? You can put it in the car. You can put it in the boat. You can put it just about anywhere. That's, you know.
Right. No, I hear you. I do.
Yeah. Imagine how many they sold a lot of them, man.
They would have sold a lot more if everybody didn't know they started bursting into flames
for sure
leading up to Christmas.
For sure.
So
there's no doubt about that. There's no.
They were the hot toy until every news story wasn't. They were the hot toy. The news story was they.
That's right.
Just light on fire.
Right. Now the one we bought was Cool Ray.
Okay.
And it's Ray, R-E-A-L-L.
Real.
Cool Real. Thank you. Cool Real. Yeah.
Okay.
And what is intriguing is that I tried to find out everywhere, is it made in the United States, right? And it has on all the things like a chip from the United States. And the warranty is from the United States. And it's a United States company. It's down south somewhere. But it was really interesting because, you know, I'm figuring everything's made in China. But as you go down the specifications, when you go to the battery, it has the battery plus that seal on the battery.
Okay.
You know, and
I don't know, but go ahead.
Well, when we buy other stuff, you know, when you buy electrical stuff, you know.
I don't think people are used to that, though. People aren't familiar with the lining of lithium batteries and things they buy. So if that's what you're saying.
I'm just talking.
They don't go down a list. I'm just, you know, this is.
Well, I went down the list.
I never went down a list looking for a fire-safe lithium battery.
But if you were going to buy a hoverboard, you would have went down the list, right?
Oh, I would have. Yeah. I would have done more than that, actually.
Right.
I would have made sure that.
Right.
I don't know. So if that's how it works, I'm going by what you're saying. But I just don't know if that. Yeah, we'll take it for what it is. Yeah. Yeah. No.
Well, if you're not going to believe that they're saying that.
I haven't looked into it. That's what
it's fireproof, and there's certain lithium batteries that do not go on fire.
So here's my assumption. Anything I buy on Amazon is going to be fireproof. That was an incorrect assumption 3 weeks ago.
Right.
So I don't make those assumptions because 3 weeks ago I would have thought I would have went on there and bought one of those for $275, and it might be a little bit on the lower end, but you know, maybe it doesn't go as fast, maybe it doesn't, maybe it's a little like herky jerky, you know, maybe you get what you pay for.
Right.
I don't expect that my house won't burn down because I plug it in and then go to work and expect it's going to be charged when I get home. So, you know,
boom.
Yeah.
So it's during the charging that they go on fire, right?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. That's intense.
Which has to do with the battery, that's why I don't know if just the lithium, if that's what you say, but it sounds like there's a serious problem where they're almost like bursting into flames because they overheat themselves, and so I don't know.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because the charge itself, the charge holds like 5 or 6 hours, which is a long time.
Yeah.
You know, and you can, so it goes 10 miles an hour. 8 to 10 miles
15.
an hour.
Okay.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah. I told you 15.
I'm sure you did.
No, I did.
I'm sure you did.
What happened is that when I was doing the reviews, some of them did go 15, but when I just went through all of this particular one.
Sure.
It's 8 to 10 miles an hour.
Yeah.
It says
that's plenty. Those things are dangerous, man. I jumped on it real quick and just with my hands on the couch.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. For like 10 seconds, and it was enough to know that on Christmas Day, I didn't feel like breaking my leg, so I was just going to jump off it and enjoy my champagne and try it another day because it was fast how quickly it reacted to your foot. And of course, I don't know if everyone's seen the videos, but there's videos everywhere. Of course, they show up Christmas morning and everybody jumps on. There was even a congressman, I think, who broke his arm or sprained his elbow. Yeah, gave his kid one, jumped on it, and posted something on Instagram with like his arm in a sling.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Let's go take a look at these S&Ps out here. So we had the first charge going forward this morning. Gets up to 2069. And we'll see if it can stay above this. That's the charge right there. So 2066.50, you know. That has a good volume. That was, you know, we'll see if it stays up at those levels. We know that things are going to stay light more than likely. There are 20 million shares on the SPY. It's going to be, let's see. Yeah, people will still be working tomorrow. I think from our parking lot here, though, it looks like no one's working all week.
Yeah. And I read something on CNBC, some article, and just talked about who was working this week.
Yeah.
And I forget the exact numbers, but there were a lot of people that were not working this week.
Right.
As in 30%, 50% aren't even going to come in at all. When you this would put that out,
this would be the week that you want to take off.
Oh, for sure.
There's no doubt.
I mean, we have people off. Dave White's off. You know,
Right.
and you know, if you're going to take some vacation, especially in what we do, this is a great time to do it
this would be the week.
because you know he gets nice and refreshed, recharged, take some time off when the market's slow, and then come back and rock.
Because in our building we have Morgan Stanley, we have Merrill Lynch.
Yeah.
And no one's at work there.
Yeah, for sure.
Not even close. Let's go take a look at the XAU, the HUI. So the XAU, that's pulling back. It's flat out here today, 45.77. Yesterday, let me see what we did. So you did 19 million shares. You're coming into, it's the 31 million. It's not bad. HUI. That's at 112.13. 8 million shares coming into 17. That's pretty good. You know, it is catching a bid, and we do own this. Great Panther caught a bid yesterday. That was interesting. It actually took a swing outward volume. 519,000.
Yeah,
taken
it was a
out,
big day.
Yeah, taking out the 256. I believe it had to do with. We'll have to get Bob on and see what he has to say. It looks like Great Panther releases drill results from Guadalupe.
Yeah, that's their Mexico project.
Yeah. Shows potential. Let's see. Great Panther. The program successfully focused on infill and expanding higher grade areas within the Guadalupe and the San Miguel and with the Zapote zones. Results highlighted 9.2 meters.
S angle, 11 grams per ton gold and 212 grams per ton silver.
That's big, man. That has to be the higher grade. That's expanding higher grade areas. Okay, so that's what it is. So what these gold companies are doing too, is that it's just like the oil companies are doing. They're taking their best oil out, and it looks like he's digging for the best ore that he has. He's exploring right there for the best ore he has, because that's a huge amount per ton of dirt.
Yes.
You know, that's. Gold equivalent is calculated at 70 ounces of gold. A silver equals 1 ounce of gold in the ratio. So we'll see where that baby wants to get to. But that's a nice expansion. It's still going to take quite a bit to get through this downdraft here that was created on November 5th. November 5th, it came down with 1.2 million shares, but then you got a nice spike high at.
Yeah, it's going to be coming into all that action.
It is. And if we put this on a weekly, it's going to need more juice too. The weekly, though, it has it at that 62 cents. It has some action. Now, what the thing that's amazing, folks, is this, and this is what you want to wrap your head around a little. So you got a stock that's 62 cents. You get a market cap of 75 million.
Sorry, 52. What are we talking about? You said 62 cents.
52 cents, sorry. Okay. The stock at 52 cents, you get a market cap of 75 million, and the stock actually takes in money. You know, they take in 18 million a quarter. And the reason I'm bringing it up is that there's plenty of people that will buy equities that are $1, under $1, and they don't take any money.
Sure.
So it's, you want to wrap your head around that a bit.
The next step, though, is to look at their debt and their expenses and their profit. Because if you're taking in $75 million and you're losing $25 million a quarter,
that's right.
You can't. There's a reason why. We talked about this when Carlos called with his company. And I like Great Panther. That's a great risk reward right there for sure. But every time, same thing I said to him: when you can buy the entire company for $75 million,
right? And
there's billions, if not trillions, of dollars of capital out there willing to be invested for profitable situations.
Right.
You have to just be aware that nobody in the private equity market, nobody in the BlackRocks of the world said, you know what, that's a risk we're worth taking. And for them, $75 million is nothing. So if that is that big of an opportunity, you know, I just keep all that in mind, and that's what I think of immediately when you say, oh my goodness, they take in $75 million a quarter. Look at, and it's like, wow, they take in what the whole company's worth right now. Well, what else is going on, you know? And it's,
I know.
So
and,
that's
and,
all.
And in this case,
they take in $75 million a year. Okay, not a quarter.
And in this case, you know, the last I looked at it even a few weeks ago. They didn't have any debt. It's like,
but
oh my God.
I mean,
but
that's just revenue.
That's just revenue. Be expenses. Exactly.
That's one side of the equation we're looking at.
Keeping things going. There's no doubt about that.
I would love to see what their profits are, not their revenue, because. Everyone can take in revenue, but if they're drilling at one price and making it the other,
and they're losing 5 cents a share. That's right. That's the last revenue. Right. You know.
Yep.
So their next March 4th would be the next quarter that they're coming out at.
And I'm not even bringing that up on Grey Panther.
No, in general.
I was looking at the gold report comes out today, and I saw, you know, I was already doing some price updates, and you know that's up for sure. And just looking at it, saying to myself, you know, that is a great risk reward, I think, for sure.
And what is catching a bid out here, a couple of these copper stocks, Southern Copper. I mean, these stocks have got killed, but Southern Copper caught a bid a couple of days ago. Let's go to the copper market, because the copper market, HGH6. Yeah, it's still hanging at the bottom. It's been there for a bit though. So copper, the lows in copper were established thus far November 23rd. $2 a pound. You're $2.14 right now. See if we can get over that $2.14. Dow Industrials right now, folks, up 161. Nasdaq's up 49. S&Ps are up 18. The market's kind of just laying there, gapped open. It's laying out there. Let's see what we have happening. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 166. You get the Nasdaq up 48. S&Ps are up 17. And don't forget, folks, at TFNN, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 hours of live programming. Start at 8 o'clock in the morning, go to 5 in the afternoon. Tuesday, Thursday, 8 to 6. You can get all that programming right on your cell phone, tfnn.mobi. If you want to get Tiger TV, just go to tfnn.com, hit the Tiger TV button on the right-hand side, and you get the audio plus the video. And I'm Mr. Basil Chapman, of course, going to be coming up next. Then swim lessons from TD Ameritrade. And we got a video. Tommy and I got a video yesterday from Chicago when that wind was coming in.
Yeah.
And it's pretty amazing how that weather changed.
Windy City.
Yeah. Well, that would make sense, right? You know, but they were in their shots the day before, right?
Yeah. Windy and cold is different than windy and warm.
Oh, man. Yeah. That Lake Michigan, man, will kill you. There's no doubt about that. That is some heavy cold coming off that Lake Michigan. And of course, you're going to get Steve Rhodes this afternoon. We'll be back this afternoon. And then coming, let's see, coming next week, of course, we'll be back to a full schedule. 2 full weeks of holiday fun.
Yeah, long weekends.
2016.
That's right, it's coming.
Isn't that a mind blower?
It is.
2016, man. Holy cow. Doesn't even seem possible. I'm not kidding. Oh, my God. So let's go over and take a look at the NQs. The NQs, let me see what's moving this, because the NQs are catching a bid. They're up 55 right now. So the NASDAQ 100, there's only 3 stocks that are negative inside the whole 100. You have INCY is down 47 cents, NXPI is down 33, and Marriott is down 6 cents. That's pretty intense. Vertex Pharmaceutical is the leader. That's up 342. Citrix is next, 167. Tractor Supply is up 180, and Regeneron is up $11. Let me stay with Regeneron for a second. Man, these biotechs, man, you need some heavy stomach to stomach these biotechs, man.
Yeah. And it would make sense there could be some volatility because there's a lot of risk that they're dealing with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. A lot of risk, a lot of,
There's a lot of unknowns.
Oh, my God.
There's a lot of uncertainty, more so than in many companies that have valuations.
I know. Let's go to VRX.
Because realistically, their valuations are being based off of the probability that they get to that revenue or get to that drug.
Yes.
Well, that probability is just like kind of a guess, right?
Yeah. Big time.
Yeah.
Big time. So Valiant Pharmaceutical, what happened? Their CEO yesterday, severe case of pneumonia. He's on medical leave. You know, we'll see how it's at 100 right now. It looks like they're going to test 95, but that volume dies down. That might be a good consolidation because the top is 119. Look at the bottom is like 75 to 69.
Yeah, it really got down there.
It's pretty intense, man. You know, the PE is still quite a bit, but these drug companies aren't going away.
No.
Yeah, and I haven't seen prices go down. They seem to go one way. Silver, let's go over to silver. Silver's still having a tough time getting inside that $14 area. Yeah, silver needs more oomph. There's no doubt about that. If we take a look at a few, well, actually, SLV. So that trades at 10% of the price of silver. Actually trades at the price, excluding the fees that are established out there, because you can see that the expense ratio is 0.5% per year. And now this is not that bad. It's backing into it with light volume, but you can still see it needs strength. So we're trading at 1334, and it has light volume, but needs more oomph. You stay right there, folks. I'm Mr. Basil Chapman's going to be coming up next, and then, of course, Think or Swim, Steve Rhodes. I'll be back myself. Dow is up 167, Nasdaq's up 50, S&Ps are up 18. Have a great one. Have a safe one, folks.
Thanks, Dan.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.